Hello and welcome back to the channel, everyone. Lee here, Gold Shift Garage. Don't need to explain who the star of the show is, do we? The old WB, sitting in guide coat. But today, no body work. I'm sick of body work. I'm sure you're sick of body work. But, quick little glimpse. She going all right, All right, I've been scouring Marketplace for at least 10, 11 months looking for a VN top end. Found one today. So, let's jump in the car. Let's go down and check it out. VN 308 block, VN heads. What could go wrong?
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die.
Righto, we've just gone for a drive down near Brisbane. So to pick up, I'll show you what we picked up. Here we go, the complete top end of a VN. So you got your manifold, air intake there. Heads look to be reasonable condition. No cracks, no little niggles in them. So even up here you got two different cams in there. There's all your rods and your lifters. And then also, as a bonus, he's thrown in, so we've got alternator, we've got chip, we've got wiring harness, we've got power steering pumps, bracketry, you name it, everything is here and more. So yeah, when we get home we'll have a better look at that, but I reckon that's a pretty good deal. Good old Marketplace jobby. Thank you. As Russell Coit would say, it's time to hit the road. That was shocking. Even for me, that was shocking. Oh, just disregard that. Alrighty, we'll go this way first. So 308, we've spoken about her quite a bit, just on parts, what size cams, cranks, head specs, all the rest of that, EFI versus carby. And then we swing around here. Here we are. So the whole entire top end of a VN. So even came with power steering pump, alternator, bracketry, entire ECU wiring harness and diagrams. Oh mate, it was nice enough to leave me a note. So exhaust manifold, heads, stock heads as far as I'm aware. Two cams, original, and actually this one here is the original. This one here is a crane cam, 280-2. So that's a 244 or a 248 from what I've researched. So nice and lumpy. We'll have to check the condition on that. Everything's there for the manifold. Dizzy, lifters and push rods, and over to the other side with the heads. So the heads themselves actually don't look too bad. They'll need a good machining, and we'll get that block machined as well. But I'm curious to know whether this thing has been bored out or it's just stock block there. But there you have it. So that's not a bad day at all actually. So I'm looking forward to that build, adding those components. That'll be coming soon. All right, I just want to give a shout out to the guy. I'm not sure if he follows my channel. He said he'll have a look. Who knows? But what a gentleman. There are still nice people in the world that you can buy things off Marketplace that aren't out just to rip your guts out, sell you shit products. Like, he was a gentleman, helped me load it into the car. We set it on a good price. So cheers to you, mate. Thank you. Right, let's get started ripping this engine down. And some of these components, like the heads, I'm going to keep. like manifold I'll keep, the carby I'll keep. I'm not sure I'm going to use that, but I'll show you what I have to protect it. And let me know if you've used this product before, because I've heard very good reviews. So let's have a look. There you go, soft seal. So it should protect all metal surfaces. So we may just give the heads and the inside of the manifold a bit of a touch up. There you go. Hopefully that'll work. Drop a comment, let me know if you've used that before and what your thoughts are on that product. Let's get into it. All right, we're going to start taking these rockers off. So we'll get those. We'll take off the push rods, all the head bolts, rip that head off, and we'll have a look inside. So I'm wondering whether I can use these rockers again on the VN head. So I'm going to ask some questions and do a bit of research. I think I can, but a lot of people say there's a little bit of difference in the movement on the VN heads. So I'll research it, but I would like to use these Yellow Terra rockers, but we'll see. All right, let's get into it.
Down the law and you've been served. 4 by 1 billion by billion, been holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing, if you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time.
Right, I've just ripped out these spark plugs. So the last time this would have got serviced, geez, I reckon this thing would have got serviced maybe 2009, 2010. The floods came. That's it. Hasn't been really driven on the road since. So these plugs would be, 15-year-old. Lovely. Straight to the bin. All right, all the bolts are off those heads now, so we should be able to pop them off. Let's see what's in there. So just remember, this has been sitting for, 2010, was that 14 years? So it's been kicked over like twice. So let's see what condition this actual block is. So the heads aren't too bad. The water ports are obviously a bit rusty from sitting, but let's get them off and have a look. Ooh. Righto, both heads are off now. Let's have a look, eh? See what we're dealing with. Plenty of carbon build up. A bit of rust. No scoring. No scoring, no. Good. This side. Again, plenty of carbon. Like you can. Those cylinder walls. I don't think that's a scratch. Oh, they need a good clean up. This whole block needs a good clean up. All right. Well, there you have it. So finally got the heads off so we can inspect the inside of the block. We'll flip it over, do the pistons, rip the harmonic balancer off, all the timing chain. But let's go and have a look at the valves on those heads. So I'm not too sure what condition they'll be in, but hopefully, well, it doesn't matter, I'm not using them. So let's check it out. Okay. Here we go. Plenty of carbon build-up. And we'll have a look at this side. Yeah, so we'll be looking at the same. One sec. Yeah, pretty much the same. There you go. There you go. All right. Righto, just spent 10 minutes on a bit of a scuffer pad. So, you know, the old yellow and green scuffer pads that you use in the kitchen, scrubbing dishes. Well, I ain't scrubbing dishes. I've been just scrubbing the top of these pistons. Well, two, one either side. I'll show you what we found. Let's have a look. Righto. So the number 4 with an arrow doesn't really mean much to me, but the big ticket for me there, 40 thou right there. So, like, I thought I could faintly make one out just up there on this one. But then, yeah, you come out of this side and same deal. Same deal, there's the 40 down there. So, leads me to believe already bought out 40 thou. Pistons oversized 40 thou. Exactly what I wanted. So, great little surprise there. Happy with that. Now, I don't have to go shopping for that stuff or pay for someone to bore it out because it's already done. So, UTE. All right, let's get into it. All right, harmonic balancer is off. The timing chain cover is now off. Everything looks to be in fairly clean order, to be honest. For something that's been sitting for as long as it has, I thought it might be a bit rusty internally. But so far, so good. Let's have a look. All right, here we are. So that actually doesn't look too bad, to be honest. It all looks fairly new. I'm not sure if that means anything to anyone. Pole master, roll master. All in all, that looks pretty good. All the gearing looks good. All the teeth look good. All right, let's have a closer look. Pull master. Really? Roll master. Roll master. All right, so I've done a little bit of research and all that timing, gear and chain setup, and yeah, roll master is what it's called, not pull master, you idiot. Righto, now we've got that oil pan off. Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look. Just looks like a stock oil pickup there. Maybe a bit of wear and tear in there. All right, let's pull it out and have a look. All right, pistons out, bearing caps all off. Do you know what? Except for the carbon build up on the front, these pistons don't look too bad. I don't know what sort of brand they are. There's no branding on there. Just alloy flat tops. Up here to the crank. Just a stock 308 crank by the looks of this. But there's no major damage, which is good. I think there's some markings. Where are they? See if I can find them. Just like for some clearances, if you can see that. Maybe a bit of wear and tear on that one. But apart from that, the old block looks pretty good. I'll rip his crank out and then we'll flip the block over and we'll look at them cylinders. All right, here we go. One bare block. Everything's been removed. So actually, for an engine block that's been just sitting, like literally sitting in this old girl here since 2010, like I kicked it over twice in that amount of time. So for a block that's been sitting that long, I was expecting internal rust. Because you got to remember, it went through the floods. Let's have a look inside these. Like with a hone, that'll come up no probs. It's just where the rings have been sitting for, you know, that amount of time. Pretty good, man. Pretty good. I'm pretty happy with all this, to be totally honest with you. So even they look all right. Like there's a little bit of rubbish in there, but nice. So, and these have already been bought out 40 thou, so I don't need to worry about that. I don't know if you can see down through there. Doesn't really matter, does it? I've kept this camshaft thing just on there, just so I don't lose it. Yeah, very good. Very good. All right, there you have it. So engine pulled down, ready to be machined. And then we'll start building the engine with all the VN running gear on it. 355 stroker, VN heads, intake high rise, in my opinion, at the moment. But whether we go carby, naturally aspirated, or EFI, I mean, I got all this gear here. I could use all that. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what happens. All right, just been playing around with the engine today, as you can see there behind me. So what we've done is VN heads are now on the engine, just mock up, just sitting there bolting in. I've put the 1.65 Yellow Terra rockers on because they will marry up to the cam I'm going to run. So that's good. And we've put the bananas on top as well. So let's go over and have a look and just actually see what it looks like. Looks different. Rightio, here we are. Looks a lot higher. Well, it looks sitting a lot higher. There we are. So they'll marry up nicely with the cam I've chosen, which we'll get to at a later date. Here's the stockies. Big difference, eh? Big difference. and the bananas up top. Whether we use that or we still go high-rise, naturally aspirated, mate, I don't know. I'm still undecided. But here we are. Here we are. It's a start. So that's looking pretty good. As you can tell, my phone's pretty fucked. Throwing off that little light there in the corner. Oh well, is what it is. There she is. We're getting there. Righto, that's all I've got time for in this episode of the old WB build. So it's all coming together. Engine is now, well, it's halfway there. A quarter of the way there. The teardown's there. This will be getting all pulled back down, sent off to the machinist. We'll get that machined to the heads of the block. And then we'll go from there. We'll start ordering cams, cranks, all that packaging. Figure out what we're doing up here. So that is my one conundrum. There's a good word, conundrum. Anyway, all right. Have a good weekend, guys. See you on the next episode.